What's going on, guys? I'm back again, Mr. 46, here with another video. Now, this video is going to be a little different, okay? I'm not doing all the predictions. I promise next week I'll get back on the predictions. This video, I'm strictly focusing on South Carolina. We have a huge game this week against Missouri, who, if I may add, we have not beaten this team since 2018. And the last time we beat them, Jake Bentley was hurt. Michael Scarnecchia came in and played, and we went on a late field goal in the rain. Drew Lock was at Missouri at the time. He's now in like his 5th year in the NFL. So, I mean, that's how long ago it's been since South Carolina's beaten Missouri, which is insane to me because there's no reason Missouri should have 5 straight wins over South Carolina. There's just no reason that should happen. But they do, unfortunately. So, let's talk about it. Missouri and South Carolina. Now, if you told me, right, at the beginning of the year, that South Carolina would be about a 13.5, 13-point favorite at home against Missouri, I'd say, oh, wow. Either Missouri's that bad or South Carolina, turned it up a notch, which South Carolina did turn it up a notch. Missouri's not that bad. Their quarterback's out, unfortunately. Brady Cook is out. The backup will be playing, which is, I guess, not good for Missouri, but for South Carolina, it's pretty good because South Carolina's defense is obviously extremely good. Okay, I don't want to go in depth about them again, but you kind of get the gist of it. The South Carolina defense is legit. Tons of NFL talent on that defense. Very deep, and they get after the quarterback, which is not good for an inexperienced quarterback to be going up against a South Carolina defense. But if I may add, it's not like Missouri has a bunch of scrubs out there, okay? Eli Drinkwitz has recruited well. He's developed well. Drinkwitz, as much as I don't like the guy, he is a good coach. So Missouri's going to come in prepared to play, and they are going to be prepared for what Williams-Brice Stadium has to bring. On the edge at receivers, got Luther Burden and Weiss Jr. or Weiss Jr. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Someone in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong. Great weapons, man. Beginning of the year, they were talking about, is this the best receiver duo in college football? And, Luther Burden is definitely a top 5 receiver in college football. There's no doubt about that. Weiss Jr. actually leads the team in receiving yards. So, listen, they're pretty good. Vakari Swain, O'Donnell Fortune, Judge Collier, they got to be ready. Okay, Jalen Kilgore as well, Emanwari, all them boys, they got to be ready to play because it's not like I said, Missouri's not coming in with a bunch of scrubs. But it's not like South Carolina has scrubs on offense either. We got Sellers, Rocket Sanders, Josh Simon as a tight end. Mazio Bennett had a quiet game last week, but I think Mazio Bennett's going to play a huge part here. Nick Harbor looked legit, okay? Nick Harbor looked pretty good last week. I'm excited to see maybe he builds on this game and goes forward. He becomes the star we think he can be. Already talked about the South Carolina defense. The center for Missouri is out. Okay. That's not good for Missouri at all. The left guard also is questionable, but the center is out with a backup quarterback. A lot of miscommunication could be going on. Ruckus environment in the Williams-Brice. That's huge. That is a huge factor in this game. And especially with TJ Sanders and Tonka Hemingway right in front of him. That's not going to be an easy task for this, center who's filling in for the starter. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a huge factor. Outside runs, outside zone runs. This is a key here for South Carolina. So, in my notes, I circled it right here. This is Missouri's bread and butter right here. The outside zone runs. That's how they've beaten South Carolina for the past 5 years. And South Carolina could not stop the run. No matter what they did, in the last year they couldn't stop the run or pass against Missouri. But this year, they can't stop anything. This year, let me rephrase that. This year, South Carolina can stop the run and the pass. But against Missouri in the history, they haven't been able to stop that outside zone run. Last year, Schrader killed them. I think he ran for almost 200 yards against South Carolina last year. It was insane. But I said different South Carolina team, but Missouri has had success in the past running the outside zone run. Okay? South Carolina's got to be prepared for that. South Carolina's got to think, hey, this is what they're going to do. This is how they had success before. We got to stop that. Vandy tried running the same stuff. Okay, the same plays, and it did not work for them. I think Missouri's more athletic up front on the offensive line than Vanderbilt. I think they're bigger than Vanderbilt. I think they're just better than Vanderbilt. Let's be honest. Vanderbilt's been sneaking up on people, but now I don't think Vandy's got the sauce anymore. So that's that. I do think this is a close game. Now, people are going to say, oh, South Carolina's going to blow them out and this and that. Listen, the South Carolina, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm a fan and I'm just used to this team just letting me down here. I don't think we lose, but I think it's a close game to the end and South Carolina maybe pulls away. I don't know. It's a big spread. I don't think South Carolina covers. There's no way South Carolina covers. I do like South Carolina here. Let me just say that. I'm going to go with South Carolina 27-17. That's my prediction for this game. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about other teams quickly, but Trent Tucker, if you're watching, LSU is on upset alert this week, going to the Swamp, playing Florida. DJ Lagway, the big freshman quarterback for Florida, is playing. So listen, LSU, only 4.5-point favorites, I think, going into the Swamp. Trent Tucker, you're on upset alert. Just letting you know. But let's get back on to South Carolina here. Okay, my prediction, 27-17. They win by 10. I think it's close to the end. I think South Carolina pulls away. Missouri kind of gets tired. South Carolina's run game takes over. And they score a late touchdown to make it 27-17 after it being 2017. I think the defense holds on. Missouri really doesn't have a rhythm the whole game. They have a few drives, but they can't really get a full rhythm, and I got South Carolina winning 27-17. Now, after this win, say South Carolina wins, they're 7-3. They play Wofford, right? 8-3. Then they go to Death Valley Junior to play Clemson, okay? And say what you want about Clemson right now. Oh, they're not that good. They're not that good. You go there, night game, which I'm assuming is going to be a night game. Night game, it is a different atmosphere. Clemson's a different team at home at night. South Carolina, if they win that game, would be 9-3. So say the South Carolina wins out, whatever. Do you put South Carolina in the playoff if you're on the playoff committee? Do you think about them? Because you got to think they almost beat LSU, and LSU obviously right now doesn't look great. So I'm gonna say it's a bad loss. But the Ole Miss loss now doesn't look that bad. The Bama loss, we really should have won. I say we. South Carolina really should have won, but they lost that game. That's 3 losses right there. But you went into Oklahoma, and say what you want about Oklahoma, you still got to go there and play. Beat the brakes off them. Okay? A&M, who just beat the brakes off LSU the week before, played South Carolina. South Carolina beat the brakes off them. South Carolina goes up to Vanderbilt, Nashville. They beat the brakes off Vanderbilt, who beat Alabama, who played Texas tough. So right now, you're looking around, and you're going, whoa, South Carolina could be a championship team. They just have 3 losses. So if you're on the playoff committee, does South Carolina get in? You guys can leave, a comment below about that. Personally, I think you got to put South Carolina in. I'm saying that with a little bias. But if South Carolina wins out 9-3, who would you rather see? Right? Would you rather see South Carolina loaded with talent, okay, everywhere, loaded with talent, or Indiana? Like, I'm nothing against Indiana. I don't think they're as good as South Carolina, but they got to play who they got to play. They still got to win. They've done what they're supposed to do. Well, I say supposed to do. They've handled business, okay? And I'm not taking anything away from Indiana, but who would you rather see a 9-3 South Carolina team who would have beaten the likes of A&M, Clemson, Missouri, Oklahoma on the road, have multiple ranked wins, or Indiana? So that's the choice I think the playoff committee could be in if that's and that is a possibility. But like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think of that. If you think maybe, South Carolina could make the playoff, if you think South Carolina's going to win, if you think they're going to lose or what's going to happen or another matchup I maybe missed, let me know. I do want to give a shout out, though, here to a player on South Carolina, Judge Collier. I've really noticed his game stepping up. Judge Collier is from Sumter, South Carolina, local kid. Exceptional tackler, good, has a good vision on the field. So just a quick shout out to him. He's really been balling like the rest of the defense really has. But Judge Collier has really stood out to me. Other than that, though, man, I hope you guys have a great day. 46 show out.